Alrighty. This one here won't be too bad. All right, so the radical is already by itself. We can go ahead and square both sides of the equation. All right, so you square the radical, you're just left with 2x minus 4. When you square this side, to remind everyone, when you square this side, you actually have to multiply x minus 6 by itself. So you've got to do x minus 6 times another x minus 6, like that. So this will be x squared. It's going to be minus 6x, and then minus another 6x. So that's going to be minus 12x, because you wind up with two negative 6x's there. And then negative 6 times negative 6 will be positive 36. All right, now we need to move everything over to one side. So I'm going to move my 2x over. So minus 2x. And I'm going to move my 4 over, plus 4. So that's going to give me a 0 is equal to x squared minus 14x, and then plus 40. Yes, this one will factor. All right. So to factor it, all right, two numbers that multiply to 40 and add up to 14, those are 4 and 10. Of course, if you wanted to use the quadratic formula here, you can, but this one factors, so I'm going to do it. They are the same signs, and they're both negative. Nice. All right, so this is the factored form. The answers for x would be positive 10, because if you plugged in positive 10 for x, you would get 0 overall. And x is equal to positive 4. All right, now we just need to go back and plug them into the original equation and see if it balances. Oh, man. Yeah, so we're going to have to plug it into the left side and the right side. So we'll do 10 stored to x. So it's going to be square root of 2x minus 4. And that gives us 4. On the right side, it's just x minus 6. So x minus 6. And yes, that does give us 4, because it's just 10 minus 6. So 10 checks out. This one works. That's a good solution. If we plug in 4 for x, 4 stored to x. The left side is going to be, actually, I can just go back up and evaluate it here. All right, the left side is going to give us positive 2. The right side, if you plug in 4 for x, just doing x minus 6, this is going to give us negative 2, because if x is equal to 4, you get 4 minus 6, which is negative 2. So the left side gave us positive 2, the right side gave us negative 2. That's bad news, man. So 4 is fake. All right, this one is extraneous. Alrighty, there's that. I'll give you one last example here. So this one involves a few extra steps. All right, so we want to isolate the radical first. We need to move our 3 over. So plus 3 to both sides. That'll give us 3x minus 5 is equal to 1/3 x still. But if we add the 3 to both sides, there's going to be a positive 1 over here. Plus 3, plus 3. Okay. Now, at this point, you can go ahead and square both sides, but you'd be multiplying this thing by itself. And I don't think you want to play with so many fractions. At least most people don't. So what we're going to do here is we're going to clear the denominator. We're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 3. All right. So if you times everything by 3, you're going to get a 3 root 3x minus 5. 3 times 1/3 x. Well, the 3's are just going to cancel out, and you'll be left with 1x. And then 3 times 1, that'll be a 3. Okay. And now we can go ahead and square both sides. Okay. So you're going to square the 3. That's going to become a 9. And then when you square the square root, you're just left with 3x minus 5. But these two things they're being multiplied. So now I've got to do 9 times all that. And then on the right side, remember I've got to do x plus 3 times itself. So this is going to be x squared plus, it's going to be plus 3x and then another 3x. So that's going to give me 6x. And then 3 times 3 will be a positive 9 there. All right. A little distributive property here. You get 27x minus 45. Move everything to one side. So I gotta move my 27x over. Gotta move this 45 over. Get a 0 on the left-hand side. Okay, 6 minus 27, that's negative 21x. 9 and 45, that makes 54. All right, let me check here. This might factor. It does. If you want to use the quadratic formula, by all means, go for it. You're just going to wind up with some large numbers. But this one does factor if you use 18 and 3. 18 times 3 will give you 54. All right. So 18 and 3 will multiply to 54, and they will add up to 21. All right, they're the same signs, and they are both negative. Okay, so my actual solutions are positive 18 and positive 3. Okay, got to plug it in now and see if it actually works. So 18 and 3. All right, 18 stored to x. All right, the left-hand side, we got square root of 3x minus 5. And then minus 3. Notice my minus 3 is outside the radical. So the left side gave me a 4. The right side, we're going to do 1/3, so parentheses 1 divided by 3, 1/3 x, and then minus 2. Yes, I got 4 on both sides. So 18 works. All right, let's go ahead and do 3. 3 stored to x. Okay, the left side is going to give us negative 1. Okay. The right side, go up and evaluate that. Okay, and you get negative 1. Okay, so the left side equals the right side. That works out as well. So in this example, both of these were solutions. So you always got to check these because until you kind of see how these things work, and this one is kind of a mystery. These are hard to tell, but you really just have to check them to verify whether they are solutions or not. Just think of it like a mystery. There's no telling.